Hey everyone, Ariston here from Don Media, and today I am super excited for this video because I'm going to be showing you how to get more booked calls into your pipeline through messages alone, and specifically my messages. So today I'm going to be showing you the messages that I have crafted and sent out to hundreds of prospects that have either said no because they weren't interested in my services or have said yes but didn't take action right away, and pretty much turning them from cold prospect to booked call. Now, these messages are so powerful that they are actually responsible for helping me and my agency generate an abundance of leads that ultimately added up to over $4.2 million in closed deals for 2021 alone. So that is $4.2 million in closed deals just in a year alone, right? So not only that, apart from being so powerful, they are beyond practical, and it's as easy as literally copy and paste. So I'm going to go over the ones I've personally sent out and go over with you on how to craft your very own set of messages to make sure that your calendar gets fully booked as well. So let's go. So all the way to the top, as you can see, the first one we have is a message to send when prospect replies with a negative response. Now, a negative response can either be a straight up no, it could be I'm not interested, all sorts of things. They're all the same anyways, right? But it's what you send out when a prospect replies with a negative response. Naturally, what we do, and everybody is guilty of it at some point anyways, is that when we get a no, we naturally just end the conversation there. We won't either be, say, great, thanks for replying, or, we just don't even bother replying to that message at all, right? The problem with that is you never know if that prospect could have been a booked call or not. You don't know if that prospect could have been a client or not, right? So you always want to reply to those messages still, even if you think that there's no chance of them getting a booked call. You always want to do so, right? So my negative response message is, hey, Deshaun. By the way, I use the word Deshaun because Deshaun actually is my latest client that I've used, that I used this message to acquire. He said he wasn't interested in any of my services. So I sent him this, copy and paste it, and boom, booked call. Fast forward to that call is worth a $20,000 closed deal, right? So had I just said no and pushed the conversation aside, I would have said no to $20,000. Okay. So my message to that, to people who say no, is pretty much, hey, Sean, thanks for getting back to me in such short notice. I know you're pretty busy, so I appreciate that. And yeah, I totally get that. No worries at all. By the way, if you're down for it, I'm actually doing this 30-day free audit challenge with my team right now, where we're helping out online brands optimize their Facebook and Instagram marketing for 2021. Is this something you may find helpful for your brand, Sean? Boom, that's it. Copy and paste, sent, right? Literally takes me about 5 seconds to copy and paste it and send it out. Okay. Now, here's how we craft that type of message. All right. And here I'm going to go with you guys step one all the way to the last step. And pretty much you'll see it happen. Okay. So the first step to crafting this message is, number one, you want to give gratitude to them for replying. Okay, everyone likes being thanked for. And the fact is, they could have chose to not reply to you. So always say thank you for that, which is why I say here, thanks for getting back to me in such short notice. It could have taken like a day, and I would have still said in such short notice. Stuff like that. You can choose not to, but give gratitude is number one, right? Which is why it's the first set of words. Actually, is just thank you. Number two is you want to acknowledge that their time is valuable, because it is. Okay, saying something that I know you're pretty busy, so I do appreciate you for replying is such a powerful statement. Okay, everybody likes to obviously believe that their time is super valuable. It is a transaction between the both of you, right? For your time and their time. Number three is you want to agree with the response. Okay, this is a really, really important step that people skip over so many times. I have audited, dozens of LinkedIn messages or cold emails, and people, excuse me, people skip this step, right? And it is so crucial. Agree with the response, okay, and acknowledge the response. This will actually help lower their guard down, since it allows you to carry the conversation without seeming pushy or salesy. Okay, so if they say a no, just say, yeah, I totally get that, no worries at all, right? So you're acknowledging that they are saying no, and you're not just being pushy about the conversation, right? Number four is you casually move into your pitch organically, right? This is where you offer something of value completely for free, right? So you acknowledge, so now you've, acknowledged the fact that they did say no, and then you kind of just slowly pitch them into getting into a call with you, right? Here's how you would go at it. By the way, if you're down for it, I'm actually doing this 30-day free audit challenge with my team right now, where we're helping out online brands optimize their Facebook and Instagram marketing for 2021, right? I'm offering something of free, but it's also something that entices interest and curiosity. Here's how. I said I'm offering a free audit that's also going to be a challenge, right? Nobody likes backing down from a challenge. Rarely anybody likes backing down from a free one, right? So those two words, hand in hand with each other, they create such a powerful symphony, and it works completely. And it's what I've been sending out to people for almost 2 years now, right? Number five is you want to ask them, obviously, if what you're offering would be helpful either to them or their business, right? You don't want to go right into it and assume that it is. Even if you 100% believe that it is going to be helpful for their business, you don't want to just right away assume that. Giving them a little bit of control to choose whether it's a yes or a no is a completely big deal, right? It's like knocking on the door. Okay, so giving them a little bit of control, even though you're in control of every single part of this conversation, right? You want to make them feel like they are in control, because nobody likes being imposed on, right? That is how you craft a message that you send out to a negative response. It is so simple. Like I said, it is copy and paste, takes you about 5 to 10 seconds, right? Maybe quicker. No matter what, it is fully copy and paste. Okay. So this is my personal message on if a prospect replies with a negative response. Moving on, I have a send when prospect replies with a positive response, right? Positive responses can be either yes or I'm interested, tell me more, etc., etc. And mine, as follows, says, "Hey, Deshaun, thanks for getting back to me. I know you probably get a ton of these messages every single day, so I appreciate it. And awesome. If you're down, Deshaun, let's hop on a quick 15-minute call sometime this week when you're free, and I can show you some of the clients that we currently manage, from 6-figure stores all the way to 8-figure mega brands. Plus, we'll even give you a free Facebook and Instagram ad audit with a free custom strategy to start pumping out some traffic for your store. Sound good to you, Deshaun? I can do Wednesday at 9 a.m. EST at the earliest, or Thursday at 1 p.m. Right? So simple. Like, it's not even a long, what is this? Barely a paragraph, right? And it's, again, copy and paste, right? Here's how you craft this type of message. By the way, when you have this type of message, it's either they say yes to, your first message that you sent out to them, or your follow-up message, or you can use this once you send out the negative response message, right? And they say yes to it, you just send this as well, right? When they say, tell me more about, what you're offering, you just send this as well. So they're so versatile. And the best part is, again, it's copy and paste, right? Imagine that, right? The fact that this has helped me close, over $4 million just from copy and paste. Works like magic. And here is exactly how you craft this type of message. Number one, again, give gratitude to them for replying. Everybody likes being thanked for. Here I said, thanks for getting back to me, right? Simple as that. Number two, right? You want to acknowledge that their time is valuable because it is, right? Everybody likes to hear that, yeah, I know you're a really busy guy, you're a really busy girl, thank you for having the time to meet with me or speak with me, right? Everybody likes that. So acknowledge that their time is valuable because it is, okay? Number 3, be enthusiastic. You want to make sure that you do showcase how excited and passionate you are to work with them, right? Energy resonates even through the screen. All right. It's like, in a, if you were to have a call with somebody, right? You don't want to sound monotone. You don't want to sound bored. You want to seem energetic. You want to seem enthusiastic. You do know what you're doing and you're here to help them out. Okay. Really, really important. Number 4 is you casually move into your pitch, right? This is, again, where you offer a really, really quick call with you to talk more. Really important tip right here. Add something of value, just like the previous one, completely for free. It'll show them that you're not just trying to sell them something, and it lets them have something to look forward to that will be useful for either them or their business. Okay, so here I did the same thing pretty much, right? He said yes. It didn't just stop at yes, at saying, yeah, let's get on a call. No, it didn't stop just there. I said, plus, we'll even give you a free Facebook and Instagram ad audit with a free custom strategy, right? These strategies take about 10, 20 minutes max to curate. And you can even ask contractors to do an audit as well, right? They will do it for free, okay? So stuff like that, like really small things, and just, just basically telling them that you are there to genuinely help out creates such a strong impact, okay? So do that. Number 5, this is so important. Offer them your availability, okay? Here I said I can do Wednesday at 9 a.m. EST at the earliest, or Thursday at 1 p.m., okay? Remember when I said always offer a bit of control? For one, this is offering them the option, meaning they gain control, or they look like it looks like you're giving them control. Number 2, you're actually in control of this whole situation because it's your availability that they are going on. Okay, the fact that you're offering them, by the way, that you're offering them your availability, they're the ones choosing on your time, right? So you're basically, in control of this whole conversation either way, right? But it looks like you're handing over some control to them. So it's a win-win on both ends, okay? And the best part about this is when you do just copy and paste it, whenever they do, whatever day, whatever time, whatever year, they do respond to this message, Wednesday at 9 a.m. EST can be either this Wednesday coming up, next Wednesday coming up. Thursday at 1 p.m. can either be this year or next year Thursday, right? Whatever it may be, it's just there. Now, what happens when, these days don't work for them? Even better, the conversation still continues, right? It doesn't stop there because they will offer their own availability to you, and you guys can both work at that. Okay, so the conversation never stops. That is that's the most important thing about it, is that the more back and forth you actually do have with the prospect, the more rapport is being built, the more familiar you both get with each other. Okay, it breaks the ice really, really slowly, but breaks the ice nonetheless. Okay, which is why this whole message is so powerful. And that is basically how you craft I'd say a 7-figure message right there, right? I have a ton of other ones here, but I'm not going to go, through them with you guys. The best part is, though, you guys will get this document, whether you guys want to use it as a sort of building block, or I wouldn't suggest copy and pasting it. If you guys do, go ahead. I wouldn't suggest it, though. Find a variant that works for you, and when it works, amazing, right? Also, a great part about this is that it works for any niche, really, whether it be e-com, financial advisors, or whatever niche that you're in, it works. Okay, so I'm not going to go through all of these with you guys, but you guys will have access to this very document, and this document is the one that I still use till this day. Okay, so I did include some tips as well. By the way, when you guys scroll through this whole document, you will see the set of messages that I send out for connection, for first messages, and follow-ups. So it's really, really good stuff in this document right here. And some tips that I left out for all of you are: one, always offer two suggested dates as options when you want them to book for a call with you, right? One good side about it is that you're releasing some control and you're giving them some control. The other hand is that even though you're doing so, you're actually in control of the whole thing because they're going with your availability, right? And offering them two dates is way better than just saying, well, let's get on a quick call. Sound good with you? Yeah, sound good with me, but like the conversation sort of just stops there. Offering them a quick date and having them, have the chance to actually get a date for a call with you. Boom, booked call on that very day. You don't even have to go, chase them just in case they don't, or just in case they don't respond right away, right? Second tip is you want to obviously offer something for free to build value. It is a great stepping stone for them to book into your calendar. And again, it's something that the prospect can look forward to. And, it's just showing that you genuinely do care. Like I said, energy does resonate even, through the screen. Step 3 is you want to have a proprietary formula. It'll set you apart from your competitors and entice interest and curiosity. That's one really big thing. I've audited a lot of these messages, and people, they don't really have a proprietary formula. It's either they're offering Facebook ads or Google or a website. Dude, a proprietary formula is just basically you saying that without saying it, right? When you give them the audit, you're still going to give them the whatever services that you're going to be providing for that project, right? But a proprietary formula will help distinguish you from every other person out there who is offering Facebook ads, Google ads, website development, stuff like that. So have one. My fourth tip is that when they are ready to book for a call, right away, you book them in yourself. Okay, get their email and or number. Then this ensures that they are loaded into your pipeline 100%, right? Or, there's really no such thing as like technical issues that arise. There's no such thing as, oh, sorry, it's been a week, I know, but yeah, I'm ready for that call now. Now book them in yourself, right? And the fact that you're going to get their email and as well as number, like it's great for follow-ups, and it's great for, when you want to build an email list as well, right? So it's a really, really good tactic for that. And last one is, can't stress this enough, use conversational language. Nowhere in these sets of messages do I ever seem like I am a robot. Nowhere in these messages ever seem like it is, overly formal. In fact, they are, probably the most informal sets of messages there, right? I use words like cause instead of because, I use, like, I think when I say get on a quick 15-minute call, I just spell the word minute as an MIN. But stuff like that, it's very, very unorthodox, but the fact that it's unorthodox, meaning it's something different. So use conversational language, everyday language, for you to not sound like every other person out here that is, the fact that it's copy and paste does not mean that you need to be sounding like a robot, okay? So that is pretty much it.